sure about that on Facebook. Let me be sure.
Okay, it's now streaming live on Facebook. It is now.
Great. So we are live on Facebook. Fantastic. So I'll have to close that so that we don't hear ourselves. We're live on Facebook. So if you have friends who cannot connect with us on Zoom, please, they can connect with us through Facebook. No. The boss lady, you are welcome to tonight's show. Yeah, like you all know, my name is Charles Tambo. I'm the boss of the Global Bosses, and I love igniting people to go pursue their dreams. And I'm a star director in Longbridge. We came on board about this program because a lot of people have been asking us, how did you guys make it? What can we do to become a star director? Now, that's why we say, okay, let's meet our success partner. This program is tagged Meet Your Success Partner. I'm going to be asking some of the questions you guys are asking us, and our boss lady, as the Zyna Obasi, will be sharing some of the strategies, tips, I experienced so far in the business. One thing that caught my attention to this wonderful leader is our love to help people have success in this business. When I came on board Longbridge, one of the first video I saw that really made me to understand what the business was all about was our video. You can see when I was doing that video, I mentioned it. That lady, that video gave me a lot of sign-ups in my business. So for somebody to come up with such tool to help us build our business is a fantastic one. You know, for you to have success in this business, you need to direct a lot of people to the tools. And that tool alone was one of the tools many leaders, many team members in Longbridge are using. Another thing again, my early months in Longbridge, I went to Lagos anniversary and I saw this lady with a lot of check. She was tearing when she was collecting the check, sharing her experience. And, you know, at the end of the anniversary, I saw her roll out the whole thing and she snapped a picture with it. I was trying to locate that picture so that I can show you. Okay. I snapped picture. I said, wow, all this for one person? Well, 45 million then. It was 45 million, I remember.
Yeah.
45 million for one person? We live here. So today we are meeting her live and direct. Live and direct. She's a author. She's a author of the book. What's the title of the book?
Zyna's Waiting Room.
The waiting room. Zyna's Waiting Room. Those who have challenges with childlessness. She's a trainer. She's a coach. It was recently I saw from her profile that she's a guru in English. So we are going to hear from her. Please, you are welcome to this show. You've done a lot. Your stocking center is one of the best stocking centers we have in Nigeria. Also, I visited it in Abuja. Fantastic place for trainer. You believe so much in training, and that is one of the things I love, because one thing I saw when I came on board Longbridge was that we don't have a formal training. And you guys brought this training in. It helped many of us in the business to grow. So please, let me not talk. Let me not be the one talking. You are the owner of this show today. So tell us about yourself. Tell us who you are, how you came on board network marketing, and how you came on board Longbridge.
Thank you very, very, very much. I'm very honored to be part of this. I'm very honored. In fact, once he sent me this information, asking me if I just said yes, 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 yes. Because it's all about the business and also. Thank you very much, my brother Charles Tambo. You have also given a lot of meaning to this business, and I'm glad to be associated with you. Like he rightly said, my name is Zyna Obasi, and he has told you a little bit about me, so I won't spend much time talking about me. I'm a teacher by profession, but I refuse to practice in the classroom because I like money, and teachers are not being well paid in Nigeria yet. Hopefully, by God's grace, I will get to do something about that. So but I also want to reach out to more people. I'm passionate. I'm a passionate person. I am a strict to an extent person and principled, and I love money. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a customer relationship management expert, and I'm the author of Zyna's Waiting Room. I shared that from my own personal experience. So I'm not writing for you who is going through that. I'm writing for us who are going through that aspect of lack in our life. So you need to get that book. Before the end of the show, I'll probably get a copy and show you.
Yeah, very important.
Right? So I a director with Longbridge International, and I run my own business. The name of my company is Zyna Universal Resources Limited. It's located here in Abuja and also in Port Harcourt. So we have branches in Port Harcourt as well. We do other things apart from Longbridge, which most people don't know. We are a customer relationship management company. We help small businesses to locate their passion and be professional about it. Some of them actually have their passion, but just to direct them to be professional, that's what we do. And we also help out in the Longbridge franchise business. We have 3 stockist outlets in these our offices. So we help our distributors get their products, train them, teach them, show them how to run the business. And that's how that goes. Now, the question is, I don't want to talk too much about myself, that's enough. So how did I come on board Longbridge business, you asked, and how did I come on board network marketing? So my journey with network marketing started in 2013. I joined a network business through a friend, my best friend. She was in one, and of course she told me, I didn't even think about it, I just signed up because she gave me good reasons to believe that it was good. And one thing also, I think in those early stages, I was thinking about residual income a lot. So when she sold it to me, I heard residual income in the background of what she said. So I just quickly joined. But it didn't go well because the company kept asking for monthly, what do you call it? Monthly purchase, authorship. The company kept on asking for authorship, and I felt trapped. So I was feeling that if I'm this trapped, how can I sell this idea to someone else? I mean, I can't sell this to someone I love. So I even had a fight with my upline, my best friend. Why would you tell me to join something that will make me spend money every month, 29 to 30,000 every month? Wasn't that the business was even paying me? So after that, I just left it. For 1 year, I kept on doing that until one day I woke up and asked myself, oh, ye foolish Zyna, who has bewitched you? So I just like, what's your problem? Can you be spending money every month? I will beg my husband actually to help me pay. Like, let them cast me away from that. I'm not doing again. So I stopped that. And I said, no more network. In fact, once you see net, I'll give you the cost. I'm not doing. And I ran. Now, in 2014, I met an angel. I would call that woman an angel. I bless her anywhere she is. I wish I had taken your number, ma, if you're watching this. She's an American. I met her in Dubai. My husband and I went doing love things. And so we shared a taxi with them going to the mall because we were lodged in the same hotel. She and her husband in their 60s were, holidaying in Dubai. And I just met her and she started telling me so much. If you're a networker, you don't shut up. She just started talking, and that thing was like, oh, well, thank God she's not Nigerian, so she's American, I might as well just listen and not. But she said something that struck. She said, she asked me what I was doing. At that time, I had closed my business yet again. And I had no business. I was just thinking, after this enjoyment, when you get back, you have to think of what else to do because I'm a very restless person. So I was thinking of what to do. And I had a lot of ideas, but money was a problem. And at that time, I'm like, I don't want to ask my husband for money again. I closed my business in July. We traveled in August. I said to myself, you shouldn't be asking this man for another money to start a business. It's enough. You're moving on to, like, So I was thinking about it. And we shared a taxi, and the woman said to me, she and her husband, that they were network marketers when they were younger, while raising their kids, that they did network marketing for 25 years. And after 25 years, that they were at the time retired, but they were living on residual income. Wow. That every year, she and her husband do only 6 months in America because they have 3 kids who are children, so they just spend the summer with them and their grandchildren. After that, they don't spend their winter and all that in America. After the summer, they take off. The rest of the 6 months, they travel around the world.
Wow.
Now, I had a calculator in my brain that was calculating how much we spent on that enjoyment trip. Meanwhile, we didn't stay in a 5-star hotel. So I was now like, okay, this woman and her husband have enough to take care of them for the rest of their lives. Wow. So they were earning residual income for what they did for 25 years. That stopped. I got back to Nigeria. I was in my subconscious thinking about it, but I was still saying no to network marketing. Then a dear sister of mine, Dr. ID, called me and said, sis, you've been doing network marketing and it's not been working. Now you've closed your boutique. What's your next action? I said, I don't know. At that time, ID had just relocated back from Manchester. She was in the UK. She had just finished her PhD and she was in Nigeria. She had gotten married to her husband, who is like my husband's best friend and brother and all that. So I'm like her senior sister. And she was like, sis, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. I was going through my laptop. I have a folder in my laptop. I had dreams, caption dreams, all my dreams. I started going through them. All of them require money. I had no money to do them. So she said, well, a friend of mine, mentioning as the NIFON now, is doing this thing, this network thing. You know me, I'm not a network person, but I feel you can thrive in it. And she told me about it. And I said, why don't you do it? She says, I'm not, you people, I can't do it. I'm an academic, so I'm not doing, but I think you can do well because they are in the US. I said, She said, as I'm talking to you, she's in the US. She's getting a car. I said, pause. How many years? She said, only 6 months she's been in it. I said, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I did not wait for Uniform to come. I started calling Uniform's number. But Uniform was in America. So I couldn't reach her. And she took like a month before she came back and she called me. She wanted to start selling because then immediately I mentioned Long Beach. I started going online to check them out and seen a lot of things about them. I was sold. I saw the products. Soap, toothpaste, hand cream, body cream. Like these things, I can sell them. I was thinking then that it was about selling. So judging from where I was coming from, I said, these things I can sell to people now and I'll be able to do my authorship. When Uniform came back, Uniform was talking. I said, Auntie, stop talking. I want to sign up. And she said, okay, let me send you the company. I said, I'm not sending company. I'm sending to you. Send me your account number. I had not seen her. I just carried the remaining money because I had lost about 4.something million for my business I just closed. Wow. So all the items were in my house in one room, So the ones I could sell out. Now, when you bring in clothes from UK and US and you sell them to an Okrika person, that is how low I felt. Okrika, for those of you who don't understand in Nigeria, Okrika means second-hand clothes, used clothes. So when you sell brand new clothes that you imported from US and UK to someone who retails used clothes, retail used clothes are sold cheap.
Yes, cheaper.
So I fell to sell to her to make gain for herself. So I fell below her level. I just let her carry them so I can't keep seeing them in my house. And she pushed them aside. I said to my sisters, I said, now, I am no longer rich, I am poor. They laughed at me. I said, he that is down needs fear no fall. I have fallen down, so I want to rise. So right now, I am broke. 4.something million in 2014 is a lot of money.
That's a huge amount of money.
So I made up my mind, I'm not going to go to my husband asking for money again. The man won't try. So let me look for something I can do on my own. So I told myself, you don't have money. Forget your husband's money. You don't have money. So that was how I told her. So when Heidi told me, I asked her to join. She said no. And I sent an uniform. The money I could gather was 70-something thousand naira. I sent it to uniform's account. She said, what level? I said, I don't know. What product? I don't know. Madam, I want to be in this business. Just sign me up. Select products. I don't care. So she selected products for gold registration, sent them to me 2 days later, and voila, I became a member. Now, wow. How did my journey in Long Beach blossom from there? Yeah. While I was in the other business that was demanding that I pay money every month, I had studied about network marketing. I'd taken time to read some materials online. I like to read from, articles and all that from my laptop. So I scroll down and I read a lot of things oftentimes. And I had believed in that business, in that industry. The only problem I had was that business was asking me that I must buy every month. And they would also ask me that if you don't graduate from this level to the other level within 2 months, you fall. And not only are you giving the stringent measures of buying, you're also giving the stringent measure of bringing people. So it didn't make sense. So now, here was I in another network business that didn't demand for any of this. All they asked you to do was switch your brand, buy the products that you need personally for your family, introduce other people to do so, and earn from it for life. So I looked around me in Port Harcourt then. I told everybody in Port Harcourt, I said, you are lazy. You are lazy. You are kidding me. I went for the first meeting in Madam Evelyn's office, and I saw more than 70 people. 80% of them were women. I was like, you guys are here, and I've never heard about your Long Beach business in Port Harcourt. Then I was living in London, and they were like, I've been doing it for 2 years. I'm like, what? What are you people doing? You are sitting, you are sleeping. I told them, I said, I will overtake all of you. They were looking at me like, I said, no, you guys cannot be serious. I don't know about your business. Do you know how bad it is? And you're 70 plus here. So I had the zeal, I had the push, I had everything. But I didn't forget that it's a network business. I didn't forget that it comes with a lot of no's. I didn't forget that people have that thing about it. I had that thing about it. So I joined with all my heart and with all my mind, and I imbibed and embraced all the mess. I embraced and imbibed all the no's. I prepared myself. I was going to see no. I was going to hear a lot of no's, a lot of those.
You had the right expectation of what you were going to expect.
Yes, I knew what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it to be all rosy and sweet. No, because I had read about network marketing.
Fantastic.
So as we are talking about me and my journey, so I have to bring out everything. How I got here. So I actually have them subtitled. I've covered 2 already. One is who I am. The second one is how I came about Long Beach, which is the story I just shared. And the third one I'm going into right now. Or do you want to be interjecting, or you want me to continue flowing?
No, continue.
You want me to continue?
If I want to interject, I'll come in as you're talking.
Okay. So the third one I'm going into already is what pushes me, my motivation. What pushes me is the fear of poverty. That fear is real. Like, I am a very, should I say introspective? I like to think ahead of time. I like to prepare myself. I don't like surprises on me. I can surprise you, but I don't want things to surprise me, so I'm always prepared. So I have taken time to look at my uncles, my aunties, who were rich when I was growing up. And when they retired, they were no longer rich. I've listened to a lot of, trainings and talks about these things, and it has come to resonate with me that people end up poor because they fail to prepare. People end up poor because they don't think it will happen to them.
Please, let's just hold on for that is a nugget that you need to write down. You need to take notes. If you are watching us, take note. Whatever tip you're getting from this interview, I want you to drop it in the comment. If you are watching on Facebook Live, tag your friends, share the video, drop whatever thing you are learning, drop it in the comments, because she's overloaded with information. I can see how well prepared. So drop the information, drop the tips in the comments. There are a lot to learn here. Thank you. You can continue.
Okay, so people don't prepare for tomorrow. They always think it will happen to the next person. So they just dance around until, boom, it happens to them. So you see someone who was a manager in a bank when he was young, and then he's 65, he's retired, and he has nothing to do, he has no money, and he's begging his nieces and nephews for money, or his children, he's living off his children. Why would you have to wait till that happens to you? But I wouldn't blame them then, because they didn't have enough information.
The right knowledge.
So they couldn't, so they couldn't prepare themselves. Who I blame is the young man, young woman, less than 50, less than 40 years old, that is watching or will come across this video sometime in the future, and is in this generation with all of the information we are dropping, who is just working one job. You just do one job. My job, I'm very busy. You just go and do your job and just come back home and earn that salary, 250,000 naira, and you begin to cut your coat according to your size.
They love their
What is that? What is that? It makes no sense. What if you add weight? What will you do? Buy more materials. You understand? Don't cut your coat according to your size. Buy more materials instead. If you have room like us, buy more materials, buy the next size. So how do you get to do that? By preparing yourself for tomorrow. By knowing that job you're earning, if you're earning 250,000 naira now, and they are taking a percentage for your pension, when you retire from this job, your pension will not be able to carry you, because your expenses already are falling outside your 250,000 naira salary. So what miracle do you think will happen when you're earning less than that a month as a pensioner? How? It's not going to work. So the only way you can solve monetary problems is by making more money.
Fantastic.
It's not by cutting expenses. No.
Yeah, I learned
Yes,
that
don't be frivolent, don't be a spendthrift, but you have to spend money for make more money and then invest and invest. So I told myself all of these things, and I'm like, I can't end up like my uncles and my aunties. I can't end up like our parents who now depend on us. I can't end up like that. And from my personal experience, I shouldn't, even if everybody else is sleeping, I shouldn't. I'm still expecting to have children at my age.
Yes.
So what will I use to train them? Will I start begging people? No. So this is the time when your limbs and hands can work. This is the time to work. So I told myself, that is my push. That is my motivation. That is my inspiration. That is my reason. That's why I'm not looking back. Because I've seen this business, it's working.
Yeah. You can see everybody has their one reason or the other that made them to push the business, to drive the business, and we can see your why.
Exactly.
Yeah, your why.
Everybody needs a why.
Yes, they need a why.
Find your why.
Because
and
many
your
people,
why must be a big one.
Big one. You know my why. Big one, because I tell people are asking how. I say, look, guys, you need to have a stronger why. Even if we have to show you how, if your why is not large enough, there's no way the how.
Yeah.
Sure. You can see the stronger how. You can see poverty. That is a bigger why.
I'm telling you, very big. Yeah.
So what else again? What are the other things? Do you have any?
Yeah, more. I'm there now. What I had to do to make it work. Okay, so fine. I joined, I have my why, but to make it work, I had to do something.
Fantastic.
So that's what I had to tell myself, I need to get information. I need to get information about this business and about the industry. If I didn't have information about the network marketing industry, I wouldn't have been able to grab the business the way I grabbed it. So
okay,
thank God
what you're saying is that personal development helped you to grow in this industry also. The information
so
you got about network marketing.
Yeah. So I'm about to state, don't worry, I'm coming.
Okay. Okay.
So the information, first of all, who is your company?
Correct.
Who is your company? What is your industry? This company functions under the industry, under the umbrella of network marketing or multi-level marketing as you call. You must be able to tell what a multi-level marketing company is and what a network marketing company is. We are all the same thing, but you must be able to tell. You must be able to differentiate between a direct selling company and a network. You must know these things at the tip of the finger. You must also know who your company is. What does your company stand for? You should be able to know what the levels of entry into your business is and are.
Yeah.
You must know that. You also need to know how to advance in your business. It's like working in a bank and you started by being a tea girl while going to school, as you're serving them tea, cleaning your PA to this person and that person. You should be able to start understanding that, okay, when I'm in school, when I finish my OND, I would like to come back and work here. So what are the levels of growth? You should be able to strategize. How do you grow in your company? I'm talking to mostly distributors today, so I need to say this. A lot of you are disappointing me. I mean, this 2020, I've told my team members, some of you, I will not pick your calls because I don't get it. It's annoying. You are in a business, you don't know how to graduate from one level to the other. You are in a business for 2-3 years, and I ask you, what does it take for you to be a Diamond 4 now? You don't know. And you've been a Diamond 2 for 3 years. It is appalling and it's disappointing. I mean, we all don't have to carry a degree in language, but it's a business you join with your money. How about? You need to know how to grow. What is your compensation plan? The reason people are not growing in this business is not because the business is bad. See, no matter the efforts we are making, no matter the growth we are recording in the business, now, I believe we can do more if we have the right information. I'm still talking about what I had to do to make it work, and I started with information.
Yeah.
So we have to know what the business is all about. You need to spend time to study and understand what the business is all about. You must know what other businesses your company does. You should. How many of you out there have actually logged in to check language out online? How many of you open your portals? How many of you even know your code offhand? How many of you can actually, some of you have not even passworded your code because it is not your business yet.
Little things matter.
You call your upline, I want to put somebody, please help me check which leg should I put. If you are still disturbing a stockist, asking a stockist to tell you where you should put, it's like when you cook food in your house, you ask your house help, should I put it in my mouth or my nose? Have some respect for your business. I keep saying it. If this is a business that can give people millions in a week, how dare you think you will sit down and swipe it by and it will give you the money? Language has a spirit, and that spirit is watching. That language spirit knows when you have died as a grain of corn to this business. That spirit knows when you're burning your midnight candle. That is the only thing that can sustain you in this business. So you must spend time to understand what your business is, understand how to grow, understand what that business is. What does it take to be a stockist? One of my team members called me earlier this evening. She's been in my business for 4 years. 4 years. She does not know what it means to be a junior stockist.
Okay, now.
She's asking me, what does it, how do you, oh my God. I told her, I said, I don't get you. So I threw the question back at her, and she started mumbling and mumbling and mumbling. And I can say this forever because she's not even here. I asked her, are you joining in the webinar? Oh, you don't know what is happening. My phone, my husband crashed his phone. Then he took my own. She's been telling, I told her, I said, madam, please, I need this time to prepare for my change. Please get off my land. So how do you want to make money from this business if you don't know these basic things? We post it on the chat room. We do video. We even do voice notes. You won't read. It's either your phone is blind or your data is finished or too many things are dropping or you are busy. The business will not pay you if you don't sacrifice for the business. What are the presentation materials that you use? Do you have a slide? Some people have been calling me, asking me for proposal. I don't answer them. In this business, if you are over 2 years in this business, you don't have a personal proposal, you are joking. Yes, when you come, you can ask for proposal, you can ask for slide, copies people's slide, but you are here for 1 year. You don't have a slide. If this was school, will you pass? If this was your job, will you do well? Will you get promoted? If you were working in a bank, would you take the business, your job the way you're taking this business, and your bank cannot pay you half of what this thing can pay? In fact, a quarter of what this thing can pay in 2 years. So why are you blaming the business or product scarcity or your upline? The business is there. It's for you to grow it. If you're not growing, that means something is wrong. What are you willing to sacrifice? That's another thing. What I decided to do, I told myself I must sacrifice. I must sacrifice. I must sacrifice my time. I must sacrifice my money. Some of you, some people have been in this business for 5 years. They are not even VIP yet. You are buying a brand new gun, aiming at your big toe and shooting it every month because Long Reach is staying VIP. Small VIP, 0.0, you think is nothing. Accumulate that for 5 years, multiply by $100 and by 200 naira, you see a lot of money.
Those who understand money know what that VIP point is all about. So
you must understand that VIP is about you. VIP is for you. Before you start earning the other benefit, the other incentives, you have to be a D4. You start earning the travel points. Be a DC, start earning the car. Be a D7, start earning the house. But VIP point is something you can start earning now. And let me tell you, VIP point is the only point you can add to your house fund when it's time for you to collect, if you need to use points to collect house fund. So why are you wasting time? If you are in this business, you are using toothpaste, keep buying and keep using. Sell if you want to. It's optional. Nobody is telling you not to sell. We're just telling you that it is not something you have to do because some people will definitely say, I don't want to register now, I want to buy. So supply to supermarkets and all of that, but make no mistakes. As you are growing it, the business is also paying you whichever way. So if you want to sell, make sure that the business is getting that money back. The one I don't support is when you go out, you sell, you carry the money, you use it to buy groundnuts, you buy chin-chin. That money is gone forever. So if you want to sell, make sure that you sell it and bring that money straight back into your business. If possible, tell them to transfer to an account you don't have access to. Use it to upgrade yourself and your family until you get to VIP. That's sacrifice. Number three, out of what I had to do to make it. Resolution. Thick skin. Like I said, I prepared myself for the nose.
Thick skin.
Thick skin, yeah. Every nose
How thick?
That is how is as thick as every nose. Common is very light. Common is very light.
So they need to develop thick skin.
Big one. So when you tell me no, that your no is a motivation for me and a stepping stone. See, I am a very I don't compete with people, I compete with myself. So when you tell me no, I'm telling myself, okay, it's because you don't believe in what I'm saying, but I need you to see it, so I need to prove you wrong. You understand? That's a competition that I support. You want to compete with yourself. So I grew thick skin. And then number 4 thing I had to do was, amongst other things though, personal development. I can't count how much I've spent training myself. I don't like school. I don't like studying. I don't like reading. But why won't you do it? You have to do it because you need to do it. I mean, everybody, if you ask everybody, what do we want to do? We just want to sleep, wake up, eat, watch movies, and have 6 packs the next day. I mean, it's not, nobody wants to work at anything. But that's not the life I've got to be. You have to work hard. So I have to develop myself. I have to go for trainings. I have to pay. I have to step outside my comfort zone. When my leaders are planning trainings, seminars, conventions, conferences, and all the major seminars, long-reach plans, or whatever long-reach is planning, we have to plan it as part of our business. Traveling to Lagos for car awards, for conventions and all that, moving from one place to the other for presentation, attending presentations that are organized by other teams to learn how they also do their stuff. If a presentation is made open and people are doing stuff outside your town, your state, what stops you from traveling there just to go and be part of it? And invite your own prospect along. If there's a training by your leader in your team, and your leader is coming in from Lagos to Abuja or somewhere, and they say, oh, Charles Tambo is going to be in Abuja this weekend, all the leaders should be looking for his hotel. You want to come and have some. Even if he's not planning it, you should bring it up. If I'm traveling to Owerri now and I say I'm coming to Owerri, I'm coming to spend 1 week, and you are in my team and you're not reaching out to me, it means you are not serious. You must be able to learn.
Can we get that part well? Because many team members expect that when you are in a location, you should be the one calling. They don't organize events.
They don't get it.
They don't use you because you're supposed to use your upline. Anytime your upline is in a location, is an opportunity for you to use your upline. Use it. Use her anytime.
I always tell them, I'm available. Use me. But when you don't call and okay, you called me and said, let's do this. What stops my team members from saying, I'm going to form a whatever, come and train my team? Only 1 or 2 would say, okay, come online and train my Facebook team. The rest are sitting there, they are waiting for me to come. You're not serious. You're not taking advantage of it, because I am more busy for people out there, because my team members, I think the problem is when they have a dedicated team member who they feel, who is teaching and always giving, they kind of feel it's like that everywhere. I tell them, ask around. Other teams are calling me to come and train. What are you doing? Because they feel they've had enough. It's all over. And like I tell them, this business, everybody, what you sow is what you reap from this business.
Fantastic.
When you put in efforts, personal development, sacrifice, learn information, it will definitely pay you. But the thing is, that's your small PV that is coming, still paying me. But how about you make it big? How about you make your own big? Because I am earning. I'm getting paid. Even when you get angry and go and buy toothpaste, I will say, hey. So why don't you just get angry and just, blow your business and use it to spite me? Earn more than me to spite me if you can. That's what I tell my people. So let's just focus on the things that we need to do to grow this business and know that it demands from us. Another thing I would like to talk about is what I didn't do at the beginning, and I will spend more time here because there is a lot of misinformation out there. Yes, we post 45 million naira, whatever. Yes, we post our car awards. Yes, we post our trips, 5 trip slots, 4 trip slots. Check the year. Check when I started. I need to say this. This get rich quick syndrome that entered the business now, it wasn't there when I started. Get rich quick syndrome that we have now, it wasn't there. And I want people to know that it is not about, don't be in competition with anybody.
Yeah.
One thing I've noticed though, this business has a stage. Everybody dances and gets off. You just have to know when is your time to shift. Don't force yourself. It's like when they call you to come and give your village dance and you are dancing. They are calling another village to dance. You refuse to go. Now you then go push for what? It is your own time for that time. Shine and live as your mission is highest. Next person will shine. Celebrate them. Don't feel, why is it not me? No. And if it is not your village people's turn yet for them to come and dance, be celebrating the other ones and prepare your dance. Because they might call you and you are not prepared because you are busy getting angry that they didn't call you. Have you practiced your steps? Have you selected your music? Have you choreographed your steps? So how prepared are you? I tell people that if you are not always doing presentation, they are not calling you up and down, you are struggling, people are not even listening to you, it's part of the business. The spirit of Long Beach is watching you. Is watching how dedicated you are in that downtime. It's watching how motivated you keep pushing yourself because of your why. That's why it's good to have a why. If you didn't have a why, you would give up.
That's true.
If you had a why, that why will keep pushing you. Like me, my own is very big. I'm seeing people ahead of me. I knew when I met Oluchi, I met Udeme, I met Inifon, I met Madam Titi. Madam Titi was earning like 8 M then, and it was blowing my mind. I'm seeing them now. So there's hope for me. That's what I keep telling myself. Yeah. I knew when I met Inifon then, if you never them post their picture of before and now, you will shout. Did Oluchi come into this business and build a mansion? No.
No. There's a process. There's a process.
They all sacrifice. I remember when the man would tell you when she would breastfeed in a bus. They paid the price, they sacrificed. Inifon will leave her children for family traveling. There was one particular time I watched Inifon's movement. In the whole of 6 months, she didn't spend a full month in her house. From different towns, and when I say traveling, it's not that you're going to a good hotel. Crooked and crooked places. No. She kept on going. I remember one time, me, herself, and Dr. Heidi, Dr. Heidi was heavily pregnant with her daughter, Zara, and we traveled to Ibadan by road. The pregnancy was like 8 months. We didn't have money to stay in a hotel. We had to stay in the house of our host. Yes, these sacrifices were made for what people are seeing today. So I don't get it. Now we have people who join today and they qualify for trips and they become Diamond 4 and they are celebrated. Now, when you have qualified, don't forget that there is a lapse like this that you jumped. It's like when you're very intelligent in a class and they upgrade you from class 5 to, from class 3 to 6. Sometimes you of course there are still some things that you miss.
There's certain things you miss. You learn. You have to learn those things. So.
You have to learn it. So don't think you've known enough. That's why some people, when they get that qualification and go for that trip, they come back, they just go. Because they probably became a stockist and got that qualification. That's to motivate you. Stockist business is not for you to forget the growth. Your business is these people that are coming in, one after the other, that's the growth of the business. It's not that one-time PV that shakes the account boom. Next, you earn 5 naira. So we must not forget, when I came on board, I did not expect millions in a day. In fact, I told myself, Zyna, don't expect any money for 1 year. As in, don't expect 1,000 naira for 1 year in Long Beach. Build. I built and built and built and built and built and started earning and started earning and started earning. In less than the 1 year I was expecting, I started earning. I was so excited. The money was now making more sense. When somebody calls you to come and you're expecting 5,000 and they give you 50 naira, it's like, but if they call you and you're expecting, if you're expecting 50 naira, they give you 5,000 naira, it's a lot of money. So I was not expecting anything and I started earning and I was very happy and, excited. But then my business fell. That will be my closing. I'm coming back to you to tell you how my business fell and I started rebuilding it because people just see the success. They don't see
Wow.
the suffer. So what I didn't do was to expect millions. I did not expect free, easy money. I did not expect open doors. I expected I did not allow myself to be distracted. I did not allow myself to be distracted. I did not allow myself to live in a competitive world. I don't steal. Everybody has their own time, rain and go or rain and stay, whatever. I'll have my own pace. As long as you're pumping, like you say, Charles, you always say grinding. As long as you're grinding, that spirit of language is watching. And God will reward you. Don't ever start competing or comparing yourself to someone else. If you must compete or compare, say, okay, this person could do the compensation plan better. I want to learn it. That should be the only time you begin to compete. Is you're competing with yourself. I want to do better.
Success should be a motivation, not
yes.
a competition. If someone is succeeding in the business, it means that you can
yes, tell yourself, I can do this. If this person is doing it, I can do this. Then learn how to do your own things. If you're not good in presentation, learn it. These things are online now. When we joined, it wasn't like that. But now it's there everywhere. How to present, how to this. And there are so many motivational speakers teaching you how to do so many things. So learn. And one thing I want to mention, especially we Christians, I must chip this in before I go to tell you how my business fell, so I don't forget.
Okay.
This business demands your time. I give this when I talk to some people, because some of us are very religious. So this thing I'm going to say, a lot of people might actually get angry with me. But I don't care, so I'm just going to tell you anyways. When you are in a business like, okay, let me stay away from the business. Let's say you are a church member, you work in a bank, you are in the choir, but you also started your master's degree. You're working in the bank, it's demanding. You started your master's degree. I see a lot of them go to their choir masters and say, I've started a master's degree. It's going to demand my Saturdays and my Sundays, so I won't be in the choir for some time. They allow them, don't they? The church will allow you because you are doing something good. You are trying to add value to yourself, and you're trying to make more money for your family and for the church. Because when you pay your tithe, when you get that promotion, it's more money. So pastors will allow you and all that. Now you join Long Reach. You don't want to spend the first 2 years back to grind. You are in Long Reach. You are the leader of your choir. You are the leader of the ushering team. You are the leader of the prayer committee. You are the women's leader. You are the youth leader. You know go work. Not possible. We all have 24 hours in a day. It's not gonna work. Me up and down. I'm telling you, it's not gonna work. Take some things out of your plate, sisters and brothers. Let me be real with you. Take some things out. Some people will have to fund the church. Some people need to make money for the church to grow. We need money to run the kingdom of God. How are you going to get the money? Now, because of that, you are encumbered by so many things. Such it is in the Bible. You can't function very well. You can't function in your language business. You are dragging presentations up and down. You can't do that. They call you for here. You are not available. You can't go for training. You can't be part of this. So many people cannot even be part of this today because they are in church. So at the end of the day, okay, so God has answered your prayer and given you a leap where you can make money. But now your religious mind is telling you, if I step away from church, I would have left church. Now lie. God puts you here. Take 2 years and develop this business. After all, if it was your master's and your degree or whatever, you would still have taken the time.
You go study.
So if you can take time to do masters and still work in a bank where they will not pay you anything at the end of the 10 years of working for them, you go home with nothing. Some of them, they give them the kind of money they give them, severance package, 10 million naira. What's that? Children are earning it in Long Beach in a week. So what are you telling me? Is it not God that brought you here? Spend time, learn this business. Learn it and understand how it works. Make the money, pay church tithes. Big tithes, they will pray more for you as they are praying more for you, you are progressing. you are also liberating people. You are removing poverty you are answering people's prayers. So many prayers will leave God's list of whatever. I mean, you will not be praying for school fees anymore. So why are you wasting time? I keep telling people, after 2-3 years in Long Beach, 4 years, you go and tell somebody. They say, how long have you been in Long Beach? So I've been here for 4 years. Have you qualified for a car? No. Have you qualified for a chip? No. So what are you saying? I don't want to be like you. Yeah? Why would you be talking to me? You're not a success. Success attracts. So you need to be strategic. You need to have sense. You need to apply your sense. That common sense, that's where to apply it now. This is strategy. I joined this business. I need to learn this. I need to grind. I need to build. I need to die. I need to grow. Put time. Write your church if you have to. Mention this thing that, look, I want to do something for my family from now to the next 2 years. I need to be out of this department. Take departments, switch departments. Take ushering. You are ushering on Sunday. You don't need preparation for that. Take the ones that don't demand so much of your time. It's still the work of God. Take evangelism. You do it when you are doing it, finish it and go. Don't take the one that will demand you be in church 3 times a week. It won't work. Shared responsibilities and activities. If you don't have a maid, get a maid. Get a maid. They are human beings. They are God's children too. Don't have that notion. Hey, they are this. They don't create maids in one place. They don't come from one village. They don't come from one village. And if you claim you have the Spirit of God, let him tell you which one to employ. Open your heart. Because your children will leave you and still go to school. Mind us, they are equal to housemaid. They will take care of them. So are they not human beings? So we need to be sensible. We need to be strategic. We need to apply wisdom. This business demands time, but you need to give it time. How do you give it time? By being strategic. Plan yourself. Work out your own schedules and get help where you need. If your mom is at home, she's not doing anything, bring her to your house. Let her help out. If you have a younger sister, younger brothers, people who can help, get support system. That's what I'm saying. You need support system. Yeah. So you can have more time to grow in this business. And don't tell me I can't travel. My husband cannot eat food eaten cooked by another person. He will eat. He goes to restaurants. He will eat it. Or he should cook it. You should cook it. Marry the husband and tell him how to marry you too. You know me, I'm a feminist. I don't understand this generation of women. You are still, if I don't, sometimes the one that tell your husband to prepare everything. When you get home, pour it together, serve it. You don't have to kill yourself. You have to go to the market. Only you have to do school roads. Only you have to do this. Only you have to, you want to die. You won't have time. Strategize. Now, my final point, because people need to go home. Me, I'm still in the office. How my business fell. MMM. It didn't happen to me directly, but it happened to my team. So I started my business in Port Harcourt and we started blah, blah, blah. We're growing. I became a stockist. Everything was okay. Then MMM came and swept half of my team away.
Wow.
My major leg fell. Bah. Please, before I proceed, do not ever, I know some of our leaders do it and it's rubbish. Permit my language. It's rubbish. To say, you know, you're on my big leg. You know, you're my small. Don't ever do it. I don't care who is on what leg. They ask me, how do you end up having multiple qualifications? I don't care who is on what leg. I work with everybody. If you're willing, I'm working with you. As I'm working with you, by the end of the promo, I just see myself qualifying for this, that. I don't strategize from the beginning that I want 5 slots. No. Check in the history of Long Beach. I'm the first person to start getting all these multiples back to back. I did not know. I just started.
You just concentrate on the activity. Yes. You work with your team members.
Towards the end of the promo, you look at it and say, okay, what have I here? And then you see that, okay, this one is 200, this one is 300. You just arrange it and then you're there. So work with everybody. Your biggest leg can be your smallest leg.
Yeah.
Your smallest leg can be your biggest leg. So don't neglect any leg. And if you have a big leg, thank God for them. Don't treat them like leprosy. It is because of them that you're earning. Because that big leg is there. Any other thing that is coming is bonus. 1 week like that, you can sign up 3 stockists. That's your bonus. So please appreciate your big leg and give them the support. Let them continue to grow. Don't wish that they were not that. I wish I can cut that leg and put it here. Don't let hear you. So my big leg died, and I had that problem for some time. I was trying to, manage my earnings and all that. It was tough. When I was trying to groom the remaining ones that were there, some were sleeping, some went into coma, some completely died, different kinds of things. So when I was trying to manage it, and I
have all kinds of ailments.
So my business was going down. I started my stockist business December 2015, moved into my office. I registered December 2015 as a stockist, then moved into my office January 2016. The first rain that fell in March, I was somewhere in Ado Ekiti, reaching Long Beach. My manager called me and showed me a video of her laptop. She raised it like this, water was dripping from it. Rain had fallen. Office that you rent during the dry season. We didn't know that it was the roof had a problem. So all the rain falling outside was pouring in my office. Everything was messed up. And I came back, started writing the manager of the building. He was reluctant in solving our problems. At the time, I said, okay, move me from here. So 3 good times we had a major training in my office, and it rained. As in, people had to be relocated. So the next office, I just begged them to use their training room. So that happened 3 times. If you're a stockist, you know that your office is as good, your patronage is as good as your training. So if you don't have training, people don't come. And in Port Harcourt, people don't like to climb even 1 stair. So me, I'm on the 2nd floor. So it's a problem climbing 2 floors. Now it's raining, so I stopped training altogether because negative press is worse than no press at all. So I stopped training. Now, when you stop training, you stop earning because nobody's coming anyways. I wrote and wrote and wrote. After 6 months, the man decided to move us to another office. By the time we were applying, we were advertising that we had moved into another office, guess what? Uncle Wike came and closed Abacha Road. For another 1 year or so, closed Abacha Road. For the first 6 months after he closed Abacha Road, my office was a dead zone. People were not coming because they don't like discomfort in River State. Now, they can't come through this way. We have to now type detour and start posting. People patronage reduced. So it was like back to back to back, from my losing my team members, not earning as a distributor, losing my customers, not earning as a stockist, still had a team to support. Now my weakest leg rose and became my biggest leg. While the leg was trying to rise, I earned a little bit, but as soon as he overtook, I stopped earning altogether. So that was my dilemma. From 2016 to 2017, I was scrounging. Wow. I was scrounging, but I was everywhere. I did not tell my upline what I was going through. Ask Inifon, ask Udeme, ask Oluchi. I did not tell them what I was going through. I did not tell my husband, you women, every little thing, you go and tell your husband. Blah, 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 blah. Every small bad thing, you go and tell blah, blah. He is not happy that you are doing network marketing. He's not supporting you 100%. It's not like Chastambo that is spearheading it, or Imaiduru, or Chibuzo, the people, or Shehu, the people that are spearheading it. These ones, they don't believe in what you are doing, they are watching. Now you got to tell them the negative part. How do you want the support? So I didn't tell my husband because out of pity, he would tell me close it and come back home. And I told myself, if I close this one, that would be the number one business. My wife kept pushing me. I know, no, I'm not going to. I will push through. Let me tell you something. 90% of the nights in 2016, 2017, I cried myself to sleep.
Oh, wow.
I will sometimes enter the toilet to cry, wipe my tears so that my husband will not hear. When it's too much, When we've said good night and I want to, that is my time, I face the other side, I weep and weep. My pillow gets wet. I weep, I cry myself to sleep. I wake up with tears still in my eyes. This is me telling you my story. So don't come here and think that, oh, it's all rosy. You joined long play 6 months. I'm not earning anything. Get out if you don't want to do it. Or if you want to do it, you better grow that thick skin because it will try you. It will push you. Yeah. It will demand from you. See, if you have not died like a grain of corn in this business, you will not make any. You will be making small money once in a while. But if you want back to back, you got to wake up. I keep saying it. If a business can pay you millions in a week, don't expect it to be something you just do simple things. You just know. After all, the people working in companies and all that, you know what they go through? For the 400,000 or 300,000, the ones that are paying 800,000, if they tell you the work they are doing in the whole month, a business can pay you $1 million in a week, and you want it to be something you stroll in and stroll out and consistently in. How? You know, go work. So get ready for work. Get ready to sacrifice. Get ready to learn. Get ready to grind, knowing fully well that you are saving your husband and your children and your wife from impending doom called financial scarcity, financial and economic turbulence. As we are in this country, if you don't plan your tomorrow will plan you. So you better start planning. I told my husband, I am working for the future. You are working for the present. Because a day will come when that job is doing will end. What next? This one I've built will sustain us over time. So if you're married and one of you is doing full-time job, good, he's working for the now. Women, stop sitting down. My husband collected my phone. That's why I'm not doing. My husband is, no. Get serious. Think about your children. Today I posted something. My team leader, her son just turned D6. Lilian Uja's son just turned D6. This boy is like 3-4 years, just turned D6. And I said, if you're a parent here and you have kids, you are not thinking about it, you're not doing this business, tell God to forgive you. Because this is a time to sow the seed for your children. Sow the seed for them, for the generations yet unborn. So that at the end of the day, you can retire in peace and relocate to anywhere you want to, knowing that nobody will trouble you. Wow. Because if you have a job, if you have a business, how many of your people, your children will come back to come and run it? So this business is really for the future more than it is for now. Thank you very much.
Powerful one. I believe a lot of people got lots of nuggets from this interview. This has been an amazing one. When people see leaders who got to the top, they just thought many of us are magicians. We just from nowhere got pulled to the top. Even
how many nights you don't sleep in your house?
My wife would tell them how many nights I didn't sleep in my house, and even now I am still not sleeping. I'm still doing back to back because I believe in activity, grinding. You can't have it when you're not putting in the sacrifice you need to put in for you to have it. If you know where you're coming from, that alone should push you. You've heard what as the Zyna have said, why, push, the challenges she had in network marketing, and her fear of what she has seen from her family, You know, I have that in my family also. You see people who are risen to the top before you know they don't have the money again because they didn't plan for the future. And so I want to thank you a lot. But there's a game I learned from one of my mentors that I want us to play. And we're going to briefly, just in short statements, tell us, I hope you're ready for the game, because I know you. Yes, I'm just going to throw some word to you. Okay. Then you have to make a statement on it.
Wow.
Yes, I'm going to throw some words. So let me. I know you have used this word several times in the video, in the interview. You have mentioned it. Let's use personal development. What do you have to say about that?
Personal development is your personal development, just like the word says, developing yourself in different areas. Getting certified. Some of us don't like school like me. I prefer the short education. Now, when you go to speak to someone who is academically up there and you are here, you know there is some kind of gap. So personal development helps you to fill up that gap, exposing yourself to learning things you didn't know before, like motivational speaking, being able to speak in crowd. You know, there are so many lessons you can learn, so many coaches that take people on such things. And as you, sorry, before I go, also those who are in the corporate world, I also challenge you, do something, even if you are not in the corporate world, go and learn something, go and do, if you're a housewife, full-time housewife, develop yourself, learn something, go and do HR or CRM or something, just keep doing something, keep refreshing your brain. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And for those who are in the profession, you also want to learn a lot about network marketing. There are leaders, professionals who are trainings that will help you build your business. What do you say about team? Team. The next word is team.
Okay. Team is, that's the engine of this business. Team building, that's the engine of this business. Like I said, it's not about the once in a while boom that we record. It is that person that is brushing his teeth in Oshogo. It is that person that is using pad in London. It is that, you know, so that's the bane of our business. So when you are growing this business, remember that you have a team. You must feed them. They're like your babies. You must feed them. You flog them small. You spank them. But you bring them close. You give them gifts. You travel like that. We traveled to China. We couldn't buy gifts. I went to Dubai. I spent over 800,000. I just bought things for my G5 and above. And I made sure I bought them tangible, good gifts. I didn't buy for myself. I didn't shop for myself in Dubai. But I shopped for them. And so you have to do all those things. Once in a while, call them together, have a lunch, have dinner, take them out, you know, make them dance, laugh. It's not just about what are you bringing for me. You need to also, you know, be there for them.
Fantastic. So I know you have a team name, the Common Sense Squad, right?
The Common Sense Squad.
Yeah. The Common Sense Squad. So what do you say about the word consistency?
Consistency. That is
building your business.
That is what pushes the spirit of language to recognize your efforts. So you don't want to do it today and go back. It's like turning a dough. If you are not turning it consistently to the point where it begins to rise, it will fall, and then you have to start again. So don't start and quench and start and quench. Be consistent. Build it. Momentum. Back to back. Be focused so that the business can take off. It's like when you are taking off on a plane, the pilot doesn't just go small. He goes like that, and then it takes off before it can stabilize. So that consistency should push you through the dying and germination period in your language business.
Fantastic. Finally, focus.
Ooh, focus is the thing. Like I told myself that I am determined to be focused on my business because of my why. When you think about your why, you put your eyes on it. Don't look away. Just focus, focus, focus. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let any distraction come. Prepare yourself. Have a thick skin. Distractions will come, but do not ever take away your eyes from the ball, because if you do, it might fall off. So stay focused until you get there.
Thank you very much for this wonderful interview. Thank you for being the first to be interviewed, the first episode of Meeting Your Success Partners in Long Range. And I believe a lot of people have learned from these video. They're giving one or two persons the opportunity to ask one or two questions. Please, let's give two people a question so they can ask. If you have any question you want to ask, please just bring it up. Let me ask SD, Zyna, that question. Just 2 questions. We just want to take 2 questions because of time. What's your question?
I'm seeing some questions already.
Type it on the chat. Let me see.
I'm seeing some already. Okay, which one? I saw some on question and answer.
Okay.
Did you see it?
What is the advantage of joining? We're not going to answer that joining as a junior
student. Which one is that? Oh, beg. Let them go and meet their upline.
Go to your upline to ask that question. Ask something.
Okay, I'm seeing one on the question and answer column. It says, somebody is saying how to travel to Lagos if I don't know anybody. My friend, go and sleep. How did you travel to school when you didn't know anybody? When I traveled to what's it called? Nsukka, looking for admission. How did I get there? Or when they transfer you to go and serve in Sokoto, you don't have anybody. How did you get there? That's the important question.
There's this question here. It said, please, what tips do you have for people who have been stagnated for long and do not have a success story to share during prospecting? How to overcome that pitfalls?
Share other people's success stories.
Correct.
Share others until you have yours. Keep sharing other people's success stories and keep grinding. Someone is asking, is the business not saturated? Is there space for any new entrants to make it and earn millions?
You can't.
Of course. You can always join and make money.
I joined Long Reach 2018 September.
September 18.
Yes, 2018, and then too I was told that Long Reach was saturated. But look at where I am now. So guys, Coca-Cola is saturated, so people are still taking Coke.
Exactly.
We need it to be saturated so that more people will come. People will come to
and the thing people need to know is that when you say it's saturated, how about the usability of the product?
Yes.
If everybody belongs to Long Beach, yes.
More money.
More money, because they will constantly brush their teeth and bathe. So make sure that you get more people in your team now. You want it to be saturated. That's the truth.
So thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Let me allow you. Fantastic interview. And see our book there. If you have not gotten that book, go and get it now. Please tell us about it. Tell us about it briefly. Okay,
so Zyna's Waiting Room is a book I wrote from my personal experience of not having children in over 16 years of marriage. So I had one. 16th of January would actually have been his birthday. He would have been 13. And we lost him at birth. And should I say I went into, I don't use the word depression because I think I'm too busy to be depressed. But I had my own share of it. It wasn't, I was depressed, yeah, but I don't think I went deeply into it, but I was a lot, distracted by that. This issue of not having children, you are going from one hospital to the other. I didn't do the running around, going to church prayers and all that, no. But this issue of going from one hospital to the other, having breakdowns whenever I see my red robots and all that. So it started affecting me so much that when I now see, when people talk to me in certain ways and all of that, I feel certain kind of way, feeling bad, getting easily irritated and all of that. So I decided to go and start thinking about my life. The thoughts helped me to come up with this idea, this book. And I started noting things down. While noting things down, they started healing me, started feeling better with myself. And that was how I felt that, okay, if this book, these nuggets I put down can help me, can also help people out there, because I know a lot of women and men are struggling with both the lack of children and other things they are struggling with in life. So that was how I decided to put this down. So get your copy, and I believe it will help you as well. Thank you. All right, Charles. Thank you very much for the opportunity again. God bless you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, rise, everybody. Bye-bye.